let's say, to the Marines and then...
Yeah. Service, life in the service whetted my appetite for adventure and travel. And also after the exhilaration of combat, I wasn't ready to settle down for a 9-to-5 job. And so the CIA appealed to me, but at the same time, I thought that working for the CIA would allow me the opportunity to collect information, intelligence, that would be of value to U.S. policymakers, so that we would be able to avoid the quagmire that got us into Vietnam in the first place, so that we could avoid the squandering of our blood and treasure. Now, good intelligence, unfortunately, doesn't always translate into good policy. So I had a traumatic experience in the agency that led me to pursue my childhood dream, which is to study acupuncture and traditional Chinese medicine.
Yeah, Jane?
When you were in the CIA, can you tell us a few scary incidents that occurred?
Sure. Well, you know, first of all, let me dispel a few notions for you, because all of us have distorted pictures of the CIA based on what we've read and based on the movies and on TV, right? Jack Bauer and so forth. So normally, CIA officers don't go around carrying guns. We don't engage in high-speed chases and go around shooting bad guys. I was a case officer, so do you remember the TV series Mission Impossible? Yeah. So there was the Jim Phelps character that gave the mission to the people. So the agents that I handled, they put their lives and their careers in jeopardy. But I was a Jim Phelps character, and I stayed in the background, because basically I'm chicken. But let me read a passage that might not be scary, but kind of amusing as to when I first got into the CIA, because I was trained as an engineer. I'm an engineer by background. I went into the clandestine services, technical services division, which is now the Office of Technical Services. So if Peter Graves was the character who told everybody what to do in the Mission Impossible, then the Greg Morris character was the guy who went in and implanted listening devices and broke into things, right? So I was initially recruited to do that. And I want to just read a passage from one of my training episodes where I think this will be self-explanatory. I title it, "Just Call Me Hammerhead." "You've got 1 hour to defeat at least 15 of the 20 locks," said Ken. "Go." I took a sip of cream soda. Ken, our instructor, kept cases of his favorite soft drink in a refrigerator next to our workbench in a windowless room of a one-story warehouse come safe house. I stared at the assortment of locks mounted on a 3x6 oak board. I practiced on similar models before. Most were pin tumblers, the kind of locks used on front doors of houses or garage padlocks. Others were with foreign markings were unfamiliar to me. 2 of us were taking the final advanced locks and picks exam. "Only 10 minutes left," Ken announced. I watched Rick, an experienced tech, out of the corner of my eye as he opened all 15 of the locks without breaking a sweat, while I still had another 4 to go. If I had a hammer then, I would have been tempted to smash open the remaining ones. But that wouldn't have been very surreptitious, which was the whole point of the exercise. My mind wandered off to a story about a tech who, after several unsuccessful tries to pick a lock during a real operation, hammered it open, attempting to cover up the mess by making it look like a burglary. From then on, everyone called him Hammerhead. "Time's up," Ken said. "Don't worry, Hon. Not many get through all the locks. I made it tough to let you know what it's like to try to manipulate a lock under pressure." To brighten our spirits, Ken pulled open a couple of bottles of cream soda. Every time I have one, I think of Ken and the locks I couldn't open. In fact, that's one of the reasons why I became a case officer, because I didn't want to go around hammering locks open. I was so, you know, all thumbs and not very handy with tools, as my wife can attest to.
What are